Hi, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And we're the Williams. I'm so excited to be back in front of you guys again. I know it's been like a really long time because we just been like busy with life and stuff, you know? But yeah, we're here and we are in Las Vegas.
I'm so excited that we is basically on this trip. This actually is like my first time in Las Vegas. Oh my god! Like when it's actually my first time flying as well. So like when I got on the plane, it was like I was a little bit scared. I was shooken up like a little turtle.
He was shaking like a rattle.
And my only fear was like takeoff. And then when I actually took off, it was so smoothly. I think what's that airline?
Delta.
Delta. Y'all guys was so amazing. Like even with the landing, it was like a little bit bumpy, but I got through it. It still was smooth, and I thank you for that because I was very afraid, but I'm not afraid no more.
I'm so glad because he was getting on my nerves.
And then this year is like my first time in like Las Vegas, and I'm so excited. Everything been so amazing. We went to like old Vegas. We went to certain scenes in Vegas. We just been having a really good time.
Really good time.
So I'm so excited to be here. I probably will be in more places soon. Probably be in different countries, but
we're gonna be traveling all over the place,
exactly.
And we're gonna take you guys with us. You know, wherever we go, we'll take you guys with us, and y'all see what we doing. You know,
exactly.
Just follow us about what we doing or whatever. We in this wonderful hotel room, as you can probably see in the back.
Yes.
You know, we staying at the Planet Hollywood, fabulous hotel.
Yes, so
the service been amazing, but we just been like living, we've been living
life.
Yeah, it's been good. But we want to do this video today because a whole bunch of people always ask us like how we met. And to be quite honest, I'm sick and tired of answering that question one by one.
Wow.
So we decided that we was just going to do a video to talk about how we met. So yeah, I mean, you want to start?
Yeah. So how we met. We met through Mutual. If I'm saying it correct, mutual. I'm telling you mutual friends. First is I probably am because I did have a lot of it. Yes, sir. But it was one of my sister friends, which is Stephen. We was basically following each other on Facebook. I met Stephen through when Christina, my little sister, when she was doing beauty school. And that's when I met Stephen. And I've been following him on Facebook and stuff. And I saw this guy, which was David, on Facebook. I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. I have to meet him. So I hit him up. And I love that David was a musician, into music. And I love music. Music is like my passion and stuff. So we got to talking about certain things, and he was doing band training at that time. So we just had a lot of conversations about different type of genres and stuff. And
the real story is he was stalking me on Facebook.
But really,
he saw all this good chocolatey deliciousness, and he was stalking me on Facebook. You was stalking me on Facebook. Because I didn't know he came out. No, I didn't know nothing about him knowing Stephen or nothing like that. Our mutual friend. I didn't know nothing about that until way after we met. But he hit me up on Facebook, and he was like talking about me being in the music, and then he was saying something like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about your family." So I'm like, "What is he talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, your family in Haiti." And that was around the time that the earthquake happened.
Yeah, it was
in Haiti,
the whole,
and it was that big disaster. So I was like, how in the world did he know, that I have Caribbean roots or whatever like that? It's nothing on my page that said nothing about my background or whatever. That was mad weird.
Well, I feel like David has some really deep Haitian features. So that's why but I kind of guessed it, but I wasn't guessing per se.
What
but
if you was wrong?
Right. But hopefully I wasn't. So that's how I knew that he did have family because he answered right away, which he was a little bit confused about it. But he was like, "Yeah, I do have family over there," which is it was good that I actually said that. But yeah. So when I reached out about the Haiti situation and stuff, he did told me about it was kind of sad that that disaster actually happened. Big up to like all the people, all the survivors that actually survived that situation and stuff. And then like when we was basically talking about that, we started talking about more stuff.
Yeah,
and,
so we talked on the phone
right.
for a while. Like, he would call me and we talked on the phone and we talked via Facebook
Exactly.
Messenger or whatever. I don't know if it was called that because that's like almost a decade ago.
Well, probably
it was called like the inbox or whatever. We talked through that. And so then it was like time for us to meet basically. Or whatever. So
David basically. So when it was time for us to meet, David stood me up 3 times, guys. Like seriously, stood me up 3 times. And I was a little bit like, wait, what is going on? I was a little slightly over it, but I was like, I kind of like this guy. We have a good vibe. We hit it off really nicely. And then, like, I called Stephen because at the time, we was talking a lot. So I hit him up and I was like, I was talking to this guy. He was like on your page. His name is David Williams. He was like, David, wait, hold up. That's my ex-boyfriend. I was like, wait, hold up. I don't do nobody has a boyfriend. And I was like, okay, I can't talk to him no more. He was like, no, I'm just playing. David's cool. We sung a lot of background stuff. I know his best friend Ray. I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, just give him a chance. He come around. I was like, all right, but he's
that's crazy because I never knew that. He said that, or that you told him I stood you up. But let me explain. I stood him up because, first of all, I had been in a relationship for 4 years previous to that. And that relationship ended like really, really bad. You know who you are. You was fucked up.
Shame on you. but thank you for doing it. No.
But I stood him up because, like, so he told me, he's like, I'm a fashion designer. I design shoes or whatever. And who he was saying he was and what you like look like on social media was 2 different things. Like, he would be on social media like gritting his teeth with fitteds on, and he looked good, ghetto. So I was like, I told my best friend, who's funny because he actually here in Vegas with us right now, and I told my best friend, I was like, listen, I don't know about this guy. What you think I should go over see him? Because I think he's like catfish or something. Well, it wasn't catfish because this was before catfish.
Exactly.
But he's like, a fake. I think he pretended to be somebody else. So then he was like, well, you should just go and see. So after the 3rd time standing up, we made a 4th chance to meet.
Right.
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to go. Here's the address. Here's where I'm going to be. Here's the time I'm leaving. Because I didn't know who I was going to go see.
Exactly.
So I get there, and in Brooklyn, I came all the way from the Bronx. I was living in the Bronx at the time. I get there, I knock on the door. Nobody answers the door. There's no bell outside. You live in a private house. Nobody answers the door. So I just said, I'm going to just stand here and wait. Something said stand there and wait. And then I went up and knocked the door one more time, and then I was leaving. And then all of a sudden he came and he just opened the door, like mad abruptly, and stuck his head out. And so I was like, oh, hi, you saw me, you heard me knocking on the door? And he was like, no, I ain't hear you. I was asleep. And I jumped up and something said, he's here.
So I know you want them like, wait, that is like really weird. So we was supposed to meet that day. I was up for a good while on my computer and stuff. And then like I slightly fell asleep. And something just told me, like when I was in like a deep sleep, I just felt his spirit, which is pretty weird, but because we never met each other, but I just felt like he just had a familiar spirit. So when I woke up, I was like, hold up, he's here. So I rushed because I wasn't sure that he was about to leave, and
I was about to leave.
And I think he was about to leave because when I opened the door and I saw his back.
Yeah.
So I was like, David, wait! Oh, don't go nowhere. And, you know, at that time when I told him to wait, I had something to basically do. So I was like, well...
You said... So you know you first meet somebody's been like, hello, how you doing, nice to meet you. He opened the door and was like, I gotta go to the bank. I was like, what? Okay. So like I came in and his little sister was there. Shout out to Christina. And she was mad cool. We met, we hit it off like right away.
Right.
Then I left with him. I came all the way to Brooklyn. But he had to go to the bank, which was in Manhattan, because there was no branches in Brooklyn at that time.
It was
East 42nd Street.
Right.
So he had some issue with the bank where they would take his money or something. I don't know. He went over to the bank. I rode all the way with him back to Manhattan. On the train, me and his sister, we just hit it off. We was like singing and talking. Now, mind you, I just met both of these people. But it was kind of like I knew them forever. Like her, even Christina, I felt like I knew her.
Right.
We just hit it off. So we get to the bank or whatever. He goes in there. He cursed the people out at the bank. This is the first date. Like, this is... So he cursed the people out at the bank. I guess he get his money thing in order. And then we leave there and we go to Sean John.
Yes.
So we go inside the Sean John, and we walk into Sean John on Fifth Avenue in New York City. The people knew him by name. They was like, hi, Chris. Look, I put over these clothes to the side for you.
Well, listen. I could explain that. Because, first of all, when we went to the city, I was at PNC. Y'all the worst band. I don't care what nobody said. Y'all
It's been 10 years. Maybe it got better.
It probably did, but it probably didn't. They messed up and they take all my money. I don't got time for that. I need my money.
Give me my money.
Give me my money. Okay, I don't got time for that. But, like, when we went to Sean John, you know, people knew me because I was, like, really a shopping-holic. So I used to shop a lot. So I used to go to, like, Sean John. I used to go to Gucci, Bourget, Louis Vuitton.
But Sean John was your favorite.
Well, Sean John was my favorite when it comes to clothing at that time. But, like, when I went there, I knew the sales associate. So she knew me by her first name. She put some clothes over to the side because I called her ahead of time.
I didn't know that
either. Styles.
He had them on speed dial.
So, basically, when we came in and stuff like that, she knew exactly what type of style that I wore and stuff. Which she was a good sales associate because sometimes when you know somebody, you know exactly what they need and what they wear. So she like put some clothes aside. You know, I was gonna buy all of them and stuff like that. But I had like David here. So David was like, I was like, what do you think? What do you think about this outfit? And I was telling myself, I don't know. And then you don't need it. So I was like, wait, hold up. I don't even know you to even say I don't need this. But then I thought about it. I was like, well, that's right.
I was just trying to save him some money because he was going to buy the pants. It was like 10 outfits, like 10 different items. And I'm like, you don't need all that stuff. You need all that stuff? I was like, no, you don't need all that. Like, and the thing was, I wasn't like trying to like regulate or nothing. I just kind of felt like, you know, I mean, you was just at the bank going off about your money, and now you're going to spend all of it in this one store?
I do what I want.
Anyway, he didn't buy it.
Yeah, so David actually was like, no, you don't need that. So, I was a little bit confused, but I kind of like it. Like I said before, I kind of like it because I was like, all right, I kind of, you know, I kind of like this guy. You know, he hit off my sister really well. They start talking and cacking and stuff like that. And Christina's hard to crack. You know,
yes,
she's
she don't like
very
everybody.
harsh. She's overprotected when it comes to me. So when he said I ain't need it and stuff like that, I just start thinking like, this guy could be the one. Maybe.
Now
maybe.
the thing about it is, I don't know what he was thinking about. But I wasn't thinking about that because, like I said, I had just got out of a relationship not that long ago, and the truth of the matter is, when I went over there, I was just trying to.
What? He got taken here. He got taken here. Taken here. What?
I was just trying to get some.
Is it dick in here?
Is
it dick in here?
Anyway, I was just trying to get something.
Bye.
But he was mad cool or whatever. So, I done went all over the daggone city. So I might as well go back to the house. I'm being real, like that's how it was.
This is nasty.
So we went back to the house, right? And we had chilled like the whole morning.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like late afternoon and we back in the house and we just talking or whatever. And like I'm kind of like starting to feel this dude, like, and it wasn't like physical. It was just like the vibe
and the
connection.
Right.
So then he says something like that. He's like, I want to say something, but I don't want to sound crazy. And I was like, just say it.
Right.
And he was like, no, but I want to sound crazy. I was like, listen, just say it because you're probably thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. But I don't want to say it first. So you say it. So he was like, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I think I love you. And I was like, me too. Now, that's weird for me.
Yeah.
Because that's not something that I do. Like, I'm not going to kind of jump in something or whatever. But it just
felt right.
It just felt right.
Right.
And I know people say, like, love at first sight don't exist. But for us, once we got a chance to sit down and have a connection, that love was there. I felt like I knew him my whole entire life.
Yes. I agree with that too as well. Because it's like with David, it was like very like a connection at sight. Like I just felt like, him connecting with my sister and then like with he said it even Sean John. Like I put all that together, but when we sat down, it was like really heart to heart, soul to soul connection.
Yeah.
It was a really good bond. And I know, like, let's just be real here. Like, I wasn't really, I was DL a little bit. I was like, David was like my first. So, like.
So, rewind, let's play.
Right.
Tell the whole story.
So, I was DL, basically. I was not out to my family. I was out to my little sister, but I was out to my family and my other siblings.
Your mother
and my mother, my father, and my brothers. I wasn't out to none of them. So that's why it was so important to David to bond with Christina and stuff like that. And then on how he basically, was so what he meant to say in Sean John, and it was that connection. It really, I felt like this is the guy that I want to be with, and especially how that connection when we had face to face of a connection, and then we sat down and then we bond. It really meant a lot to me, and I'm not just that type of gay guy because most gay guys are like, I can't get this and I can't get that, and every guy full of shit. With David, I didn't feel that. I felt like God put him in my life. And I felt like, I had dreams and stuff about, situations. Like, I probably saw it ahead of time. So, since that I already had that connection with, since it was with God that sent David to me, I grabbed it immediately.
Yeah. And that we was connected from that point on. He came out to his whole family because we got together, and now it's been going on 10 years. 10 years in February, it'll be 10 years, and most people was like, oh, that's crazy. I just met, and got together 10 years. And here's the kicker: we got married 1 month after we met.
Exactly.
Now I know that seemed crazy, and it was crazy to me too, but we just did it. And most people was like, "Oh, that's weird. That's probably not gonna work. Y'all don't know each other." But almost a decade later, we still together. And we happily together.
Happily. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see, me and David is never gonna get a separation. We never gonna get divorced or any of that stuff. Of course, you know, people have, you know, different disagreements and,
Yeah.
you know, arguments and stuff. But with me and David, what the type of bond that we have, it would never be unbreakable. It would always be connected. We connected from the soul to the mind to the thoughts of certain things. Like, David could be thinking something, he don't have to say it. I could automatically pick up on what he's trying to say. That is a connection.
Yeah.
That is a bonding.
Yep.
That would never be broken.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't even have to open up my mouth.
exactly.
I could be in another room and he'll be responding to stuff that's coming out my head that never came out my mouth. So, like, the connection that we have, I know that was meant to be.
That was meant to be. And I thank God for us connecting in that way. And it's crazy because I found out some other stuff with my great grandma that she knew everybody in David's family.
Yeah, they was from the same hometown. She named my grandmother's sisters. It was crazy.
It's just crazy.
You know, my mother used to go to his mother's flower shop, which was around the corner from where I grew up.
Right.
I used to go in that flower shop and pass by that flower shop every day. My sister was talking to one of the workers. They trying to talk to one of the workers
at my mother's flower shop.
At his mother's flower shop. I remember going there and seeing him as a little kid running around. We talked about that after we got together.
Right.
So it didn't feel like everything lined up.
Right.
It was like a true soulmate, meant to be kind of situation.
Right.
So that's how we met.
That's it.
So here it is, once and for all. So nobody gets it.
No more.
Alright, so that's it. This is the Williams Legacy. Love on top. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And press that bell down there in the corner, that notification bell, so that you can get all the new videos when we post it, right? And don't forget to comment and let us know what you think about this video. Let us know what you want to talk about next. And be sure to follow us. We're going to be going to different places and doing different things, and we're going to bring you guys along with us, right?
Exactly.
So until next time, this is the Williams Legacy.
Love on top.
We love you guys for watching. Bye.